About 13 miles from downtown Atlanta, welcome to Truist Park. The show has an NL East matchup. It's the Miami Marlins going up against the Atlanta Braves. Along with my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shammy. Well, Singy, when you consider the top hitters' ballparks in the sport, this has got to be one of them.
I'll say this. Pitchers have to stay with their game. They can't look over their shoulder and think, I have to be fine and perfect on every pitch. Continue to pitch to your strengths, and you'll come out of here with a good outing.
Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. The home opener is coming up next. So, almost ready to get underway. Today's starting pitcher, Chris Sale. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat. Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
And up next for Miami, Kyle Stowers. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Stowers, 27 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2019. Edwards on at first, nobody out. Runner takes off. Pitch misses. Throw to second, great jump, and that is a stolen base. It wasn't even close. And another ball. No outs. Runner on second. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. And that drops in for a strike.
Three balls. Two strike.
And a swing and a miss. And one away.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
Now at the plate, Griffin Conine. First pitch misses. Fouled off to the right. Out to short, Allen. Throws to first in time. And time now for the Marlins lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Oh, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
And now 2-0. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all.
That one missing inside. Breaking ball through there for a strike. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
And now for the Marlins, Otto Lopez. Pitch is in there. 0-1. First and second, 2 down. Pulls that one foul.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
Next pitch is outside.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Two and two.
Squirts away a little bit. And now it's filled up. Graham Pauley in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Right side, Fairchild sizes this one up, and that is that. Marlins strand a pair, and now the Braves will get their first crack at it. No score. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back at Truist Park, and on the mound in this one, Lake Backer. What do you look for here?
It's a tough veteran lineup on the other side, but I'm excited to see what this rookie can do in this one.
Bottom of the first. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one. And a pitch. Outside low. 1-2 to count. And there's a ball. Struck him out looking.
Well, he froze him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter, and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. And it's 0-1.
One strike.
One down, base is empty. The other way, and he beats the shift. It's through for a hit.
Just a simple ground ball the other way. They had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Man at first with one gone. And next for Atlanta, Austin Riley. And that one fouled off. One. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there. Man at first, one away.
One ball, two strikes.
In the dirt, but kept close. and a miss, and he struck him out. 2 away. And now Matt Olson up to hit. In there at the knees for a strike. Two outs. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 1. Fouled off left side.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Here's the pitch to Olson. Breaking ball inside. It's 2-2. Ozuna off of first with 2 away. Pitch misses, and now it's filled up 3-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. 1 left for Atlanta. We played an inning, no score. Back here in Atlanta, and now the center fielder, Graham Pauley. Sale back to work. There's a strike.
Now just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
That one missed. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And a ball and 2 strikes. Hard ground ball, base knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Liam Hicks digs in now. On the ground right side. 4, 6, 3. And they turn the double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Now here is Eric Wagaman. And he chases a high fastball there.
No ball. 1 strike.
There's a strike. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1, 2, 3. Nothing doing for the Marlins. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here at Truist Park, home of the Braves since 2017. These fans didn't experience a home postseason game a year ago, but the Braves did qualify as a wild card team before getting swept by the Padres.
Yeah, that was a tough series for Atlanta. They played a doubleheader for seeding purposes the day after the regular season was scheduled to finish.
And another ball. The Braves did reach the postseason, but they had to fly cross country to Petco Park to play the Padres. Plus, they lost Chris Sale going into the final weekend of the season. That was a tough blow.
Yeah, no doubt. Injuries were a huge part of the Braves story in 2024. Everyone is hoping for better luck this season, that's for sure.
Out to short, Edwards. Throw off line, he's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away.
That's a play you expect your shortstop to make pretty much every time. Pretty routine. Hard to tell if he didn't get a great grip on it or the mechanics on him just broke down, but that gives this offense an extra out to work with.
And now Nick Allen. Fastball for a strike. A little out front there as he swings through it.
But you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Got him swinging.
Well, take a look at the three-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Stuart Fairchild, the next to hit, trying to pick up his first knock in the big leagues. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
0-1.
And there's a foul ball. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Chadwick Trump. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. 1 error in the inning, but it doesn't hurt him. We played 2 full, no score. And we're back. Here's the rookie third baseman, Javier Sinoja. In there at the knees. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. And that just misses.
1-2.
Just off the outside part of the plate.
Sometimes you got to fight to get back into an at-bat. Take some tough pitches, even out the count.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Trump gathers, throws to first, in time to get him. 1 away and a strikeout.
Man, it's so difficult as a hitter to get on plane with that pitch. It's breaking down and in, and you've got to find a way to match the plane. And if it's nasty like that one, bite at the end. Most times you're swinging over the top and walking back to the dugout.
Edwards in the box now. No balls and a strike.
89 on the gun, and it's a changeup. It's like good hitting if you're looking for it, but because of the speed differential between the fastball and that pitch, really hard for a hitter to get on time with it.
Steps on first for the out. And here is Kyle Stowers. Struck out swinging his first time. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
Strike.
Next pitch off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
1 ball, 2 strike.
2 down, nobody on. Fights that one away, still 1-2. And that one missing low. That missed by a lot. 3-2 now.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Conine batting for the second time, and that's strike 1.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Swing and a miss, and that is strike 2.
He's in a great spot right here. Ahead in the count 0-2. All 4 pitches in play right here, partner.
Sale ready. Got him. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. We're tied 0-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now, Eli White. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. A little bit high, maybe, and it's 1-0.
He's so solid, calms the heart rate of the pitcher and the manager when the ball goes up in the air. You just automatically assume that it's an out every time it's hit in the air.
Here's a 1-1. And that's outside.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial gold glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
And it remains 2-2. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. Right side. Oh, great stop. To his knee, the throw, and very nicely done for the out.
Well, he looks so comfortable making that play, dives, comes up with it, and then from one knee, like he's just playing catch with his kid. Nice throw across the diamond to first.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Ozzie Albies next up for the Braves. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. One down, base is empty. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
And now 1-2. One out, base is empty. Just misses with that one.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Swing and a ground ball. Sanoha. Now the throw to first on the run. And they get the out.
Now batting, designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. And that one clips the corner.
That's excellent location on the fastball right there early in this game. If he can do that all game, it should be a good outing for him.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. 3 innings complete. No score. Back at Truist Park, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Matt Mervis. And a fastball misses outside for a ball. Ball 1.
You know, these Marlins just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. And delivers outside.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand. Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Go ahead run on base. Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins. Flied to right his first time. Check swing, called strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
And Sale deals. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. And ball 1. Got him! He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
No, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
Bounding ball here, rolls foul. That finds the mark on the inside corner. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Really good slider. He's up there just hoping that it ends up off the plate away.
Got him swinging. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Liam Hicks, the next up for the Marlins. He hit into a double play his first time up. And that misses. And that is ball one. Swinging a foul straight back. Sale delivers.
Ball inside.
This one in the air, center field. White snags it, and that is that. One left for Miami. Still no score. Back here in Atlanta, bottom of the inning. Here's the third baseman, Austin Riley. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
You know, these Braves, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one. And that one popped in the air, left field. Paulie moving under it. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, first baseman,
Here's Matt Olson down. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Nowadays, with advanced metrics and increased use of moving the infielders around, defense isn't necessarily about making errors. Are you able to get to the ball? Are you able to position fielders where hitters hit the ball, but within the new shift rules? All tied up. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Just off the inside edge.
And an area that goes unnoticed is the coach that's responsible for positioning, and then the research person that's providing the information. So what we're seeing in baseball, so many more people behind the scenes that are contributing to the success between the lines.
On the corner for a strike. 3-2 now. Back when you played, it wasn't the empirical data we have now. It was a guy with a ruler and a diamond taking a colored pencil and drawing a line where he thought someone had hit the ball, right?
That, or just going off of gut or feel. What does it look like his swing is today? What's the pitcher throwing? They are sticking to the metrics and what seems to be most consistent for that hitter, regardless of who the pitcher is on the mound.
Now here is Brian De La Cruz. First offering, and it just misses. De La Cruz, in his fourth year, 28 years old. And he was born in the Dominican Republic. 2 outs. He swings and fouls one off. The 1-1 is fouled off. High fly ball out into left center field. Paulie. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Nothing doing here this half. We played 4. We're tied, 0-0. We go to the top of the 5th. Now it's the DH, Eric Wagaman.
number 33.
Sale back to work. And a foul ball.
You know, these Marlins showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They haven't produced a run yet, but the pitch count for the starter is starting to climb, so they're hoping that starts to pay off soon.
1-1.
Tap foul at the plate. Sale in a 1-2. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
And at the plate for Miami, Javier Sanoja. Yeah, that's fouled off.
And I think they're in a good spot thanks to their pitching, but no one would be shocked if this offense strings something together to take the lead.
Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline. Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top of the fifth. Swing and a ball popped up. Albies makes the grab for the second out.
Now batting.
And the batter now, Xavier Edwards. 1 for 2. And that's outside. 2 outs, base is empty. Outside low, and it's 2-0. Outside.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
And a 4-pitch walk.
Take a base.
4 pitches. That's an easy walk, man. He could have walked me right there, Boog. The last one wasn't even close.
Go ahead, run on base. Kyle Stowers now at the plate. He is struck out, and he is walked. Step off throw to first, and he dives back in safely. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. Bryce Elder, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Bummer, the lefty, warming up as well. Foul ball there. Edwards leads off first with 2 down to the inning. That one inside, and a count 1-2.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Here's a 1-2. And a good eye there. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's his 8th strikeout of the game. Marlins leave 1, and we are still scoreless. And we're back. Digging in, Nick Allen.
The shortstop, Nick Allen.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point. You know, these Braves doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They haven't produced a run yet, but the pitch count for the starter is starting to climb, so they're hoping that starts to pay off soon.
And that one pulled foul. On the ground to third. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the fifth.
And I think they're in a good spot thanks to their pitching, but no one would be shocked if this offense strings something together to take the lead.
Stuart Fairchild next up for the Braves.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
On the ground right side and foul ball. One down, base is empty. The other way, and it goes just foul. And the 0-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
Chadwick Tromp next up for the Braves. And first offering is fouled off. Ripped to third. Tosses across to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Braves. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. And we still have no score. Bryce Elder gets the call from the pen.
Now pitching for the Braves, number 55, Bryce Elder.
Now the left fielder, Griffin Conine. 0 for 2 in this one. Right through there for a strike. The Braves bullpen has some activity. Angel De Los Santos getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. Johnson also getting ready. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. So a man on base to start the inning.
Up next for the Marlins,
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Go ahead run on base. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Matt Mervis. Line to left. Makes the grab, and there's one down. So digging in, Otto Lopez.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Up the middle. That's a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds it second with one gone.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Graham Pauley, the next up for the Marlins. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. White pulls it down and he makes the catch. 2 down.
now batting, catcher Liam.
And up next for Miami, Liam Hicks. Ball one, no strikes. 2 on, 2 outs.
That's the ball.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
That's in for a strike. With the go-ahead run standing at second, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Eric Wagaman in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And that'll load the bases.
Now that sets up a really big at-bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
So bases all loaded up. Eric Wagaman, the next up for the Marlins, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Late swing fouled off. And that's downstairs and outside. Inside. And it's 2-1.
Boog, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Elder fires. It's in and out of his glove. Still finds a way to get off a throw. Out to escape a bases-loaded jam unscathed. So they load the bases, but leave him stranded. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 6th inning. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Eli White. Just missed. And another ball.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Strike one.
Now tried to bunt for a hit right there, and you can tell he's trying to get something, anything going offensively.
And there's a ball.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
And he's a guy that will certainly think about stealing a bag or two. Not the kind of speed you want to put on base in a tie game.
So the lineup flips over, and here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. First pitch misses. With the go-ahead run at first here in the bottom of the 6th. That misses, and now 2-0. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position.
You know, nights like this when it seems harder to score, I like the call to put him in motion and try to steal the base. Ball's not carrying, no home runs so far, so trying to manufacture some offense like this may be the way to go.
In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Squeezes it. Runner tags at second. And he makes it up to third with one away.
Now batting, designated hitter,
Marcell Ozuna coming up to hit.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Just missed. Next offering is in for a strike. Hot shot to third. Sends it across the first, but it's 1-0 as the run scores.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run in.
Here comes Austin Riley. Infield playing him to pull. Second baseman just to the right of the bag. First pitch, not close.
Well, it's been a very impressive outing so far. His command has been a big part of it. Even when he misses outside the strike zone, which is exactly what a pitcher wants.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Next pitch is outside. Movement in the bullpen. George Soriano getting loose out there. Gillespie getting cranked up as well. Swings through that one for strike two.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Up and in, and that's ball three. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. That one down the line. That ends the inning. So they scratch across a run on no hits, no errors, and no one left on. Seventh inning coming up. It's the Braves 1 and the Marlins nothing. Welcome back. We're in the seventh. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Angel De Los Santos.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Well, one-run game, and now for the Marlins, Javier Sanoja. And that one in there at the knees for a strike. 0-1. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, he's gotten ahead with two pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
That's way outside, and that's ball one.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Struck him out looking. That was pretty nasty. A big first out here in the seventh via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Edwards stands in now and watches strike one. De Los Santos, 29 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. Good job to fight that one off. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first two batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Kyle Stowers getting ready to hit. That pitch in for a strike. It's 0-1. That one fouled off. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Swing and a high fly ball to left. De La Cruz settles under it and makes the catch. And that is that. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. George Soriano.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And the batter now, Matt Olson. And the pitch. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike one. And it's fouled away. Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. Stowers pulls that one down. One down.
Now batting left fielder, Brian.
Here's the left fielder, Brian De La Cruz. That one a little bit high. 1-0.
1-0.
And there's a ball.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. There's a strike. 95 of that one. That clips the corner. Base is empty, one away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Looked like a questionable call in that spot. He even seemed a little surprised it went his way at the plate. But as a hitter, you'll take that all day.
One gone, runner at first. Nick Allen next up for the Braves. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. De La Cruz at first, one gone. Struck him out. Really fooled him with a breaking ball there. Stuart Fairchild digs in now. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. In the air, left side. Konai. That is the inning. Braves strand one, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Pierce Johnson.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Konai in now. Takes ball one off the plate. Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. Raisel Iglesias getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker.
Boog, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Swings through that. That missed inside, and it's 2-2.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Next offering way upstairs.
Clearly, he didn't come out of his hand the right way. Left that curveball way up.
So now 3-2. Lifted in the air down the left side. And there's one down. And now the first baseman, Matt Mervis. He's 0 for 1. Misses outside, and that's ball one. And another ball.
That's out the corner.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
Otto Lopez in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. One down, base is empty. And the tying run is on base.
Well, a good day for the on-base percentage right there. Walk number 3, and the free bags keep on coming. You down with OBP, Boog?
Making a move at first. Pinch running here, Derek Hill. One down. Here's the second baseman, Otto Lopez. 1 for 3.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Here's Johnson fires. And that one fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
On the ground to second, might be 2. Throws to first in time, and they got him.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Graham Pauley, the next up for the Marlins. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
One ball.
With the tying run at second, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1. Just missed. So the tying run at second. Fought off foul. Johnson fires. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And he hits a ground ball right side. Albies tosses to first, and that is the inning. So it's no runs on no hits, no errors, and one left on. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Braves 1 and the Marlins nothing. Now into the game, Dane Myers. He takes over as the new first baseman.
Number 54.
Well, one-run game. Here's the catcher, Chadwick Trump. Soriano back to work. And that one is in for a strike. That's
One ball,
inside.
one strike.
And a foul ball. Next offering is down low. And that's in the dirt.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
He was all over that one. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Man at first, Eli White. Next up for the Braves. Drops a bunt down the first base side. Myers. To second, that's one. But no throw to first as he'll hold on to it. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Swing and a ground ball towards first, but foul. Runner takes off, pitch inside. To second, but way too late, safe there.
Well, it seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight one-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they felt good about it, and it paid off. Let's see if they can turn this into a big run.
Man at second. Swings here and blasts one left field. That's down. One hops off the wall. The run comes in from second, and they lead by 2.
Well, that was a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get in the scoring position, come through with the base knock. You had a run.
One out. Runner at second. Ozuna will hit next. And first offering is fouled off. Here's the pitch to Ozuna. And that one fouled off.
One ball.
In the dirt. Miami's bullpen with some action. Connor Gillespie preparing to come on if needed. Quantrill warming up as well. And down on strikes he goes. And 2 away now.
No, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in play somewhere, and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
Riley now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Ball 1 there. Runner at second, 2 down. And a swing and a miss, and that's that. The Braves add 1 on the RBI double. Last chance coming up here for the Marlins. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Raisel Iglesias. A chance at his first save of the year. And here's the catcher, Liam Hicks.
Catcher, Liam Hicks.
That pitch in for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Strike 2.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Hit in the air, left field, De La Cruz. And it's caught for the out.
Number 33.
And now here's the Marlins DH, Eric Wagaman. 0 for 3 in this one. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
The Braves leading by 2 here at the top of the 9th. That's a hit.
Everything came together for him. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
Right through there for a strike. Tying run at the plate. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Sets him down looking. And they're down to their last out. Xavier Edwards gets a chance to hit here. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Pitch misses inside. Ball 1. There's a strike. Wagaman off of first with 2 away. Tapped on the ground softly to short. Allen on the first. Ball game. And the Braves claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
Well, when you're on a 7-game losing streak, you've been both bad and unlucky. This win will be their reset button. I think now, all of a sudden, the ball will start to bounce their way, and before you know it, they'll be getting those breaks, and the other team will go home frustrated.
2-0 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.